Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Views and dues. Sunday morning preview show. I know the usual suspects in the building. We got MJ. We got Mo Schefter. We got Germ So True. We got the crew's here. We here. We here. Historian is in the background. He will be popping in from time to time with his normal great historic context. Fellas, how we doing?
Hey man,
Fantastic.
I'm just keeping my mucus levels down, bro. That's all. I'm almost mucus free. I have turned Jedi level of business minded, and I'm ready for whatever the conversation is going to take us.
Hmm. And that's how we start today.
Yeah,
So,
real zen like, bro.
well, life is good. We got a lot of good things going for us in life. We woke up this morning. Hallelujah. With everything being said, man, Bo, how you doing, bro? You all right, man?
I'm ready to rock, dog. I'm ready to rock. I'm a little bit of a transparency moment. The last 2 weeks have been a lot of family activities, and I ain't complaining. I'm grateful. Family is everything, and we all can attest to that.
Yes.
Because not only do we have our family, we have also formed our own family. You
Indeed.
know, And just like any other family, sometimes people get disowned. That happens. But nonetheless, we are a people of forgiveness. But let me get back to it. Last weekend, we had to prepare a barbecue, and I barbecued for 100 people, literally 100 people. And we got the catering, and then my mom made some other stuff, and my sister-in-law made some other stuff. So my brothers were serving some of the foods. And I'm thinking like people gonna wait for me to say, okay, some of the barbecue is ready. No. Somebody came up, said, is anything ready? I said, yeah, I got one ready right here. Here you go. I turn around, it's 25 people behind him. So, if my forearm paused a little sore, and then this weekend we had family from out of town. We had some family from international waters. Just dropped them off to the airport this morning at about 6:30.
Okay.
And it was a very foggy morning, but I can see clearly now
Through
because
the
it's
rain and
views
sun.
and views time, baby. It is views and views time, fellas. Let's get right into it. All right, Steelers and Vikings playing right now. We'll talk about that game in a little bit. The Steelers defense is looking good, and if you're surprised that this defense figured it out, then you haven't been paying attention to Mike Tomlin for the last 20 years. That's number one. Number two, we got a lot of great games on the menu,
We do.
including the Chiefs and the Ravens, including the Rams and the Colts,
Yes.
including Green Bay, Dallas later on tonight, and definitely the Eagles versus the Buccaneers. Just to kind of get the motion started, is there any one game, one thing, three thing that you're looking for in any of these games today?
Now look at
Nothing.
that.
Sure, anything on
I'm
your
looking
mind
for
right
I'm
now?
looking for, I'm looking to hit my parlays today. I'm looking
Okay.
to parlay and get some things taken care of today. With that being said, honestly, man, I'm just looking for us to start to round out some consistency. Um, Quarterbacks. It's time to figure it out.
Yeah.
Y'all look terrible. And I'm not gonna be nice about it. They look terrible. It's week to week the same stuff. And then you see the reason why Carson Wentz has a job right now currently is partly because the rest of y'all are slaw. The reason why Pat Mahomes continues to win every week and continues to be the gatekeeper at AFC is because y'all slaw. And Joe Burrow keep getting hurt. And Cincinnati slaw. Shout out to them on my hat today. I should probably take this slaw shit off. But anyway, the point is we gotta stop praising some of these quarterbacks for doing the bare minimum and their teams are carrying them proverbially
Mm,
into good situations and good contracts.
mm.
Shout out to Tua Tagovailoa. I'm really not gonna be nice about it anymore because this is a game we prepare for. We got 6 days every week, pretty much, and it might be 4 days sometimes or 3 days, but we got time to prepare. And we had a whole off season to prepare for this, and we knew what we was coming into this year. Um, let's step it up. Let's step it up.
And I'm going to look at the offensive coordinators because, to be honest with you, it's a lot of teams that has adapted the zone coverage, matchup zones, and they're just dropping back their 8 and trusting their 4 to get there because there's a lot of teams that got talented front fours. So at some point, you guys have to look at this and take what the game gives you. Stop putting your quarterbacks who you know that are mid in situations where they have to be great. Hand the ball off.
Mm.
Hand it off.
So I think appreciate you fellas because we don't plan things, but y'all just have a amazing way of helping me seamlessly transition. So we're going to dive into what we came to talk about: quarterbacks. All right,
I gotta sanitize my hands so we can wash our hands of this nonsense.
Like I said, I'm aligned with you guys because the mucus levels are at an all-time low. They're at an all-time low. Happy birthday, Mom, by the way.
Happy birthday, Mama J, because I wasn't sure if you wanted us to bring it up on the live.
But that's the reason why I'm on the show, to give
okay, it's beautiful. Okay.
Happy birthday, Mama.
Yeah.
I got you.
Mama.
So in this conversation about quarterbacks, everything you guys touched on is going to be brought up because that's just the way we do things. So let's start with CJ Stroud, okay? And the question I pose to you fellas, is this a slump or is this a slope? Let's look at certain things. Number one, the Texans offense, to your point about coordinators, they sometimes have a lot of go ahead.
You said this is what?
Is it a slump or a slope? It's a bar.
Hey man, get in your bag. Go ahead, bro. Get in your bag. Go ahead.
We're here, baby.
Here for this. Let's go.
Is this a slump?
This what you on today? All right.
Oh yeah, we on it. Oh, Germ.
Let me get perpendicular. Hold on. Let me get perpendicular.
Yeah. Fix your posture. We about to go. Okay.
Let's go.
So some of the things you see watching film, right, is there's a lot of long developing plays against bad defensive formations where like it doesn't fit to call these type of plays. They're not using the right protections to call these type of plays. There's a lot of things that it seems to be Earnhardt Perkins related, and the Earnhardt Perkins system that the Patriots with Brady and Belichick ran it for forever is built on chemistry. It's built on IQ because it's built on a lot of option routes. So there's a lot of option routes incorporated in this offense, and guys aren't running the right options. And sometimes guys are like the guy on the outside reads one thing, the guy on the inside reads another thing, and now they end up in the same spot with 4 defenders around him. And the quarterback, he certainly doesn't have the offensive line needed to protect him. Now, with CJ Stroud, I'm not going to be long. With CJ Stroud, yeah, you see some poor throws. Yeah, you see some bad feet and a narrow base. And Durham, we know about that narrow base with some of these quarterbacks that people fell in love with for no reason. You see poor throws, you see bad feet, you see just inexplicably inaccurate throws. But I also keep in mind that he does not trust his protection at all, because there's certain plays where I'm like, man, because I've seen him do it. If he just trusted his protection, he could have made the better read. He could have made the better throw. He could have made the better decision. So to me, I'm not going to give my answer, but to me, it's so much more than, oh, CJ Stroud is struggling. There's a lot of things that are going on at play here from top to bottom that are leading to what we've seen so far from this offense through the first 3 weeks of the season. So, Jerm, slump or slope?
Slope.
Oh,
very simple. This is why it's a slope, because when you start off on the highest of highs and you look at where they are right now, he started off high and now he's coming down low.
Mm-hmm.
That's a slope. That's not a slump. You started off high. You started off where you needed to be. Last year, you came down a little bit. This year, you're coming down and still again. That's a slope. And why the slope is so slippery for this kid is because we don't have the proper tools and the proper people in place to make sure that he's continued to go upward instead of going down. Number one, if you know that you want to run a system that is based on chemistry, where is the extra work to build that said chemistry? It ain't just throwing to Nico Collins. This ain't just backyard football. This is the professionals. This is where we. These are the creme de la creme. This is the best of the best. So no matter how good you are and no matter how good he is, it's still other things that play a factor in this whole system and this whole offense that we still have not incorporated yet. You brought in Nick Chubb and we still don't run the ball enough. I don't understand what our point of doing this for. And this is a team that historically over the last 3 seasons has had good running backs. Dameon Pierce is a capable running back.
Yes.
Joe Mixon last year is a good running back. Even though you don't have Joe right now, you still have Nick Chubb, who is more than capable of being a good running back for you. And he shows it in spurts when he gets the ball and you continue to give him the rock. Protect your quarterbacks at all time. How do you protect the quarterback? Running the football. It ain't just about protecting him with the offensive lineman. Protect him with your game planning. Protect him with the way that you call your plays, the flow of the game. Look at even though we're not talking about the game right now, let's just look at the way that the reason why the Vikings are going to be a competitive team is because their head coach every week, when he sits down and he puts in his influence on the game plan, he makes it quarterback friendly. So it doesn't matter who the hell's playing quarterback.
Yeah.
What matters is it matters that the quarterback executes every week. That's it. That's all. If you want to see a quarterback whisperer or somebody who understands the quarterback position, go to Minnesota and you'll see somebody who does. And that's the reason why they've been able to win despite not having one of these elite quarterbacks.
I mean, you hit the nail on the head with everything you said, and definitely got to put some onus on the offensive coordinator protecting the quarterback. MJ, your thoughts?
My thoughts are simple. We have to stop believing that there is a system that can make a quarterback elite.
Ooh.
Systems don't create, they reveal.
Ooh.
Do I need to repeat that for the people in the back?
Just one time. Yes, please.
Systems don't create, they reveal.
Absolutely.
It's only so much I can do if I have a quarterback that can only do so much.
Which is why you came up with and Jeremy and I use it to this day, the X's and Joes over X's and O's.
Yes.
Because the X's and O's don't matter if the X's and Joes can't execute it.
Exactly.
And the X's and O's are only as good as the X's and Joes that are executing it.
And what does it take for a quarterback to get to elite level? Hours and hours and hours and hours in that film room.
Mm-hmm.
You can't rush this process.
Nope.
You can't rush it. Well, who's the oldest quarterback playing right now? Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah.
Even with his bad habits, they send people at him or whatever. He never really feels
erratic. Oh my God.
He never feels
if he had his
may not see the right read all the time, but you never see him like in a frenzy.
If he had his physical abilities now, he would be the best quarterback in the league today because the IQ is now at just a different level.
Yeah.
Which is what happened with Brady.
Yeah. There's nothing you could throw. It's got to the point where I've seen every possible thing you can do.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, you just at my mercy. Either we going to make the play or not. Either he going to drop the pass, he going to be in the right position or not. That's where we're at now. And
it's true.
Unfortunately, that takes time. Or that takes, the beautiful combination of a head coach, an offensive coordinator, and a very talented quarterback all on the same page with weapons. That's seldom.
Mm-hmm.
That don't happen often. That's why Pat Mahomes is so far ahead. He came in with the trifecta.
There was a point when I was watching film with the Texans, to go back to your offensive coordinator, where they ran a max protect. Okay, and max protect means you pretty much only running 2 people out on routes,
Maybe
uh,
3.
maybe 3, but
Mhm.
generally 2. And the third person is typically like a check down, block and release type thing. And it can be effective again if the defense is in the right look. Here was my issue. The play ended up being incomplete. All right, and I can't remember if it was a rush or what, but what I remember is they had a max protection,
Mm-hmm.
okay, against the Jaguars, and they had all these people blocking, but yet the tight end was one on one with Josh Hines Allen. You
Mm.
had a max protection, but yet your tight end is one on one with their best edge player.
Mm.
Make that make sense.
Mm.
And then the best part about it is they had their 3 interior guys were all blocking one dude. Even the dude was like, why the 3? He literally stood up. He's like, there's 3 of y'all blocking me? And boom, CJ Stroud got hit.
Mm.
So
Mm.
those are little nuances. This is why the film matters, baby. This is why, because they ain't one single analytic metric out there that's going to tell you they max protected and a tight end blocked their best edge protector.
Mm.
It's going to tell you he had what the analytics are going to say is that he had more than 3 seconds to throw, and he still couldn't complete it. Oh, bad CJ Stroud. No, bad scheme, bad play call,
Oh.
bad protection.
Oh.
So again, and you don't need the film. Just watch the games. Watch the games and pay attention to the games. Because again, this new world we're living in, where everybody wants this quick information, it's leading to a lot of false perspectives and false narratives. And we ain't just talking about football, Chief.
Hey, AI couldn't even say the Sixers. What makes you think it's gonna save you?
Ooh. Lord.
Sunday.
Lord, the kitchen is hot early, baby. The kitchen is hot early, baby.
Wait, so let's just take this real quick and let's expand. I'm sorry.
I was telling them shout out in the comments. Go ahead, John.
Let's expand for 1 second on that part too. Like when we talk about no rhyme or no reason with some of these things that we're doing, this goes into the preparation part of it. What are the head coaches doing? This is why being a head coach and being a leader in a building, you have to be able to see what people are doing and correct it and make sure that you don't do certain things that you do. Like, where are we at with the head coach standing up and saying, yo, this is not how we're going to prepare this week.
Right. That's a great point, Germ. That's a great point. Where is the captain of the boat? That's a great point.
Because at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. But you know what? I'm gonna say this, and I think, and this is how we move on. And this is just to challenge everybody out there.
Yeah.
Normally, when it comes down to it, you want your head coach to have a background in something or be a master of something, right? And then you hire guys to work on the other side of the ball. Maybe the days of us having a coach who's defensive minded is probably a little bit past due for us to start working more with the head coach being an offensive guy, because the offensive guys control the most important part of the game. We can hire defensive minds. It just seems that the defensive minds don't understand anything other than defense. And that's why they'll collect all of these players like Infinity Stones and then still not use them to the best of their ability either. So I'm starting to think that we think our schemes are more important than our personnel. And the development of our players is now starting to suffer even more too. So now we got a personnel problem and we got a scheme problem. So I think now we need to start thinking about what's more important, running the Earnhardt Perkins system or finding if we should be running Air Coryell.
Facts.
Identity. We have an identity crisis.
But
because it's just not working. They're trying to run these EP related schemes and philosophies, and it's just not working.
And just like with anything, once you start to see money come in, it's a significant push to be able to make more money. The way you make
Mhm.
money in sports is you try to reel in the casuals. The way you reel in casuals with any sport is to score more points. So
This
now
is true.
everybody who has this dream is trickled down to even the youth. Everybody who has this dream, everybody is working on their footwork offensively. Everybody is
Mm.
working on, the skill position offensively. I see training tapes all over the place with wide receivers doing route runs at all ages, or guys catching it and they're, trying to find the hole and jump cut and do all of these things. Yet I haven't seen anybody, just focus on a hip swivel. I haven't seen anybody focus on, just exploding out of a 3 point.
Yeah. That's a great point because once again, like the the fundamentals matter.
Yeah,
And when you look at any all-time great player, the one like Michael Jordan, great fundamentals. Tom Brady, great fundamentals. You can go on and on and on. There's just you're absolutely right because everything starts with the fundamentals.
yeah,
Like there's a reason for that. And so I completely agree with you. Um and again I also think it's sports is related to life, you
of course.
know. So I think all these things we talk about is so relevant to some of the experiences and the things that we're going through, because we've all been in positions where we were in places of leadership for people younger than us,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of inconsistencies, a lot of immediate gratification needed.
And let me say this real quick. Cause category 5 said something dope. He said it takes 10,000 hours to become an expert on the subject. Think about how many hours the scene put in. And think about what's happening to, our brothers like
Hmm.
Jay Ham, who has pretty much almost taken over a whole radio station, which is the second best radio
For real.
in the city of Memphis. That's because of the 10,000 hours. Nothing was rushed. We didn't go out here trying to buy subscribers and buy views. We just gave you real content over and over and over and worked on our craft behind the scenes over and over and over. Y'all don't know how many times we watch these and rewatch these to see how we can get better as presenters.
Hmm.
Y'all don't see that part. Y'all don't see the growth. We gonna entertain you, but y'all don't understand the nuances that goes into the film that we watch. We watch probably as much film as your favorite quarterback. Y'all don't see.
What's funny is that, like, again, you keep bringing up these, like, it wasn't until probably this week that I was like, okay, I am officially back in my lab bag. And the reason I say that is going to look like absolute gibberish, okay?
I love it.
All right, but
Yes.
I started doing this again.
Uh-oh.
And this is whose defense was this? Oh, this was a Todd Bowles blitz that I was looking at.
Mm.
And no, it looked like it don't make no sense. Trust me, I get it. All right, I know what I'm looking at. I can break it down for you. And that's how I. And again, it's repetition, it's practice, it's trust in the process, it's patience, and this is just me for our show. So you talking about a quarterback who's got to prepare against a defense and face it and execute it. It takes more than just one person knowing what to do in
Yeah.
that situation. All right, we're going to table that. Great conversation, fellas.
Of course.
Again, we're trying things. So this show is going to be centered around basically 6 to 7 main topics, 3 games, 3 players, and then the parlays, and then we're going to do rapid fire stuff, and we're going to just kind of mix some stuff in there. Texans, Titans, we talked about it. Both teams are 0-3. Over under 30 is 7.5. Sorry, over under is 38.5. Titans are 7.5 road underdogs. I am so tempted to pick Titans money line. All right. But
Uh-oh.
my smart bet is Titans plus the 7.5. For our pick'ems, for the sake of our pick'ems, I'm gonna go with the Texans. I just think the Titans are as bad as the Texans are. I think the Titans are worse.
Mm.
And the funny part about it is Cam Ward is gonna be great, but everything around him needs to come together. and there's a couple pieces here and there. And the young kid, Illuminor,
Yep.
he's going to be a stud. That's going to be a great connection to watch. I actually have him as an anytime touchdown for today. I think he finally gets in there. So again, I'm taking Titans to cover. Well, my bet, I'm gonna take them with the points. 7.5 division game. Both teams are bad. They're gonna cover that.
Yeah.
But I'm taking the Texans to win. MJ.
I got the Titans winning.
Okay, I like it.
But let me say this about the Texans, because the Texans are really similar to Cleveland, in which their defense is really good.
It really is.
It's just the fact that the offense has to catch up to just be solid enough to keep them off the field. If the offense can't keep your defense off the field, it only could be good for so long. I think elite defense has 2.5 great quarters of football in them.
That's not a bad thought. That really isn't.
That's what I.
That's
believe.
not a bad thought. Yeah,
That's
especially in today's NFL. Especially in today's NFL.
You got
We're not talking about
great quarters. After a while, your body is just going to break down. You're only human. I don't care how much weights you lift. We've seen some immaculate guys do some immaculate things in their offseason to try to prepare for it. It's just nothing that you can prepare for. Their body can only go so far and play in this type of sport and so much at a high level in the midst of a game. So that's the reason why I think the Titans are going to win. I just think that the Texans are going to be on the field defensively too much, and they're going to wear down.
I'm taking the Texans. Texans have one choice. You start 0-4 with this team.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not interested in hearing anything other than, for lack of better terms, why are we 0-4?
Mm-hmm.
Why? How are we 0-4?
Mm-hmm.
How is this possible? And if it's possible to be 0-4 with that type of roster, with that type of talent, the Browns are not 0. The Browns are not 0-4.
No. The Browns might be 2-2 after today. Spoiler alert.
Hey, they went into that phone booth though against the Packers, and I already told y'all about Matt LaFleur's play call. I told y'all about it. He keeps people in the game. He's like that in the movie that never kills off the superhero.
It's true. That's a great perspective. You're absolutely right, and we'll dive into that in the coming weeks.
Sorry, we're jumping on.
No, but it's something that you kind of like sparked. So we're gonna dive into that in the coming weeks. Because I already started looking at certain things. But the scientific experiment, the scientific method, has not concluded its process yet when it comes to that experiment. Next game. Quick one as well. Oh, all right, damn, Carson. Yeah. The Saints at the Bills. I got a new rule. If the Saints are away from the Superdome, take the home team to cover. I don't care if it's 15.5 points. I am taking the Bills, and I am taking the Bills to cover. You want to be a little smarter than me? Nothing wrong with that, because I can be a little bold. I can take some risks. Do the alternate spread. Go 10.5. Still good odds, and they're still going to cover. Germ.
The thing is, I don't do dollar bets, and I took the spread. So I just want y'all to know, I have no faith in the Saints winning the game. If the Saints win a game, whoever it is that lets them win that game, we should boycott that organization for the rest of the year. That being said, Saints get that ass whooped today. Get knocked out like your father used to.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's going to get really religious. But it ain't going to be for the Saints.
They're going to need the Pope. Next on the docket, you got the Chargers and the Giants. Obviously, the intriguing thing about this game is that Jackson Dart plays football today. Right. And I'm going to keep it simple. Like the Dable and the manager, if I'm going to go down, if I'm going to lose my job, I'm going to lose my job with Jackson Dart. Yeah. Worst case scenario, he looks decent, and you can tell the boss, hey, we drafted him. This is us. Okay, y'all can have another year or two and get your stuff together. Do I think Jackson Dart is going to be a good starting quarterback in the NFL? I know y'all don't want to hear this from me. No. Here's what I do know. I know that he is accurate on intermediate routes. I know he's got a nice quick release a nice compact release, but I also know he's got some small fundamental things that need fixed. I also know the deep pass can be a bit of an issue, a weakness for him. And I also know against some of the top college defenses, he had his struggles. But positively, he's going to bring a different dynamic to this offense because at the very least, you have a younger, more athletic quarterback, and the skills and weaknesses and limitations are not far off because Mr. Unlimited has run out of data. Germ. Oh, I'm taking the Chargers, by the way. No question. Germ, your thoughts? Chargers, Giants. 6.5 points.
Give me the wall plug.
Wall plug.
MJ, what you think? You think the Chargers can cover?
Oh,
6.5 on the road?
I will say this. It's tough when you don't have any game film on a guy coming in as confident.
Right.
I think this is a trap game.
Love it.
But
no, I love it.
But the thing about it though too is at some point we got to look in the mirror and the Giants and be like, it can't all be these players' fault.
Yeah. No, I completely agree with you. And again, I am thrilled that they went with Jackson Dart because this whole thing, the last 2 weeks of sprinkling him in there for Wildcat, nah, Chief. I hated that. That to me, if I'm the Maras, that would have got you fired quicker than anything else. It's just indecision. I don't like indecisiveness. All right? Make a decision. If it's wrong, we adjust. Just make a decision.
You know what? But you know what? That's the thing too. Like when you're so fixated on making the right choice, sometimes you make the wrong choice.
Exactly.
Sometimes it's choices and bad choices are inevitable. It's just about who can move on from that bad choice and make a better choice after that. So I mean,
dude, like so in the previous industry I was in, right? Christmas was very important. Getting things to people by Christmas was very important. There was a situation where the house wasn't marked, GPS wasn't working, nobody knew what to do. Driver called, he said, "Hey, not sure what to do here." So we went through, I said, "Okay, what's the house here? What's the house here? What's the house here?" I said, "Look, it's a 50-50 shot. You at the right house. I would rather we be wrong and they somehow still get their stuff from being a good neighbor, from them calling saying, 'Hey, I don't have my package. Can you come back and bring it to me?' Than us bringing it all the way back to the hub and they don't get it till after Christmas." So I told the driver, I said, "Dude, you out there, make your decision. I'll back you up. And if it's wrong, we'll fix it." Yeah. People got this stuff for Christmas. And there's so many other situations like we could come up with. MJ, I'm sure you have thousands of those scenarios. Germ, good Lord, so just make a decision and see just make a decision. That's all. And yes, Cat 5, MJ did call Matt LaFleur the Joker.
Actually, I call
it's all right. They got some inactives coming out, and this is the part that I hate the most. But okay, if I see anything, Mike Evans, Josh, okay, nothing that we don't know.
Okay.
Damian Pierce is inactive. So is Cam Robinson. Christian Gonzalez makes his debut today. Makes his season debut. That's good. Okay, so game to talk about, and I know Jeremy's ready for this one. I know Trav is ready for this one. I know Lonnie is ready for this one. You got the 3-0 Tampa Bay Buccaneers hosting the defending champions, the undefeated Philadelphia Eagles. 3.5 points for the Bucs. Over under is 44.5. And they're saying at kickoff, the real feel in the stadium, on the field, is going to be about 105 degrees. That's important. That matters. That's not hot. Okay, that's not hot. That you playing in heat. You're not playing hot. You playing in pure heat. That's going to be a oven. With all them stuff on, some of those players are going to feel like they're in 125, 130-degree weather. So that's going to be a real factor if that actually does come to fruition. Why? Several reasons. For number one, there's a lot of big people in this game, Chief, and that's what makes this game so interesting. I watched the film on this. I'm going to give you some very brief things, and then I'm going to open it up for Germ and MJ and whatever y'all want to do. And I kind of just want to find my notes so I don't miss anything, but it's all right because it's all here. Number one, watching this Todd Bowles defense, I felt like I was watching the Steelers, Dick LeBeau defense. They run all these different fire zone blitzes. But the beautiful part about a fire zone blitz from an offensive scheme, there's weaknesses. Tom Brady made a living dissecting the Steelers defense for years, year after year after year. The good thing about it is there's going to be seams available. There's going to be opportunities for you to throw quick routes, whether it's spot or seam. So for the Eagles, really simple. Running the ball is very important because you want to stay out of third and long against this defense. And unfortunately, the Eagles have faced a lot of third and long, but they've been incredibly efficient. But this is going to be a different test against this defense. So running the ball, extremely important. If it's man coverage, I need to see out routes. I need to see 7 routes, which are corner routes. And I need to see lost my thought. I need to see rub routes. Sorry. I need to see out routes, corner routes, and rub routes. And I need to see a lot of stacked formations. So if you see a defense that's going to be man and you're not in a stacked formation, my recommendation, motion somebody in, get them in a stacked coverage, avoid the press, and also force them to communicate because the Bucs have had some issues communicating after some quick motions. So I'm going to say this again. Man coverage, out routes, 7 routes, rub routes, stack formations. That's the key. But it all starts with an efficient run game. They got to get better plays on first and second down. For the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the run game is also important here. It's funny because Jerv said these teams match up so well, and they really do because the styles they're so mirrored. It's incredible. Bucs, same thing. The run game is essential for them, especially without Mike Evans. So screens, swings, dump offs, those are the things that are going to get them going because when they can take their deep shots, they're going to have success against the deep safeties and against the other corner. Say it again. Establish a run game. Force them to focus more about tackling near the line of scrimmage so that you can open things up deep. Because at that point, you will be able to attack them deep. Whoever executes those things better is going to have a really good chance of winning this game. Fellas.
John?
Let's start with the biggest problem in the game. No Mike Evans is a problem.
Yes, it is.
The reason why it's a problem is because Mike Evans puts every receiver on his team into their proverbial place.
Yes.
It allows you to be able to play off of him. Mike Evans is the classic X receiver. X receiver meaning he is the guy that is going to get hit every play and still be able to win his matchup consistently on a down-to-down basis, no matter who it is, no matter what it is. See, Chris Godwin is a flanker, more of a guy you want to use in the slot. So is all of their receivers are guys that's pretty much the biggest problem the Bucs have. They have one X. That's it. One X, a bunch of flankers, and a bunch of Ys. So what I want to see if I am Philadelphia, I want to do a lot of things with my man coverage. I want to press today. Yeah. I don't want to play a lot of zone because playing zone today is not going to do me any good against these receivers, especially if I'm not hitting them. The number 2 thing, running the football. I know it's going to be a tough day running the football because that interior, that triangle on the inside with Levante David, Kenny Britt, and Vita Vea is going to be really tough to run inside against.
Facts.
If I want to do something today, Today, I want to get Big Vito on the move, and I want to use some screen passes. Screen passes are your friend. Saquon needs to get the ball in some space and be able to move around people and around some of those linemen. I think that is going to be a really big key for them today. Devontae Smith is my X factor today.
Love
Devontae
it.
Smith is the
No,
guy
I
that
love it.
I don't believe that they have a matchup for him. I believe you can double and triple team AJ as much as you want, but I just don't think Devontae Smith has a matchup for his quick twitch ability in this game. I don't care who you put on him. I don't care where you put him. I don't care where they try to send him. He should have a definitive mismatch in this game today. So I look forward to that. Besides that, Tampa, it's really simple. We need to get Buck Wild on these people today. I need to see Bucky Irvin with about 20 touches, period. I need to see Rashad White with another 15 touches. Use the running backs and bring Cade Otton into the game today and play off of that. You'll get your receivers open on some plays. Baker has shown you he knows how to capitalize on those things. These are the games that Baker continues to show us that he is an elite quarterback.
Mm.
You come out today and you do what I'm telling y'all, I can guarantee y'all today, because I know how to scope. I'm gonna tell y'all, there's one thing about Jerm, he know how to scope. SKO. I scope. I need you to remember, tight ends and the running backs are the mismatch. Even though Bond and Campbell are good, that's where you want to attack. Attack Philly with the linebackers and safeties. If you do that, you'll get a good spot, run the football consistently. I'm also going to go ahead and pick my pick today. I'm rolling with the Bucks today.
I knew you
think
would.
that football team is Super Bowl caliber ready.
Yeah.
Because they do all the things that I look for. It's 3 keys to a Super Bowl. You got to be able to stop the run. You got to be able to run, and your quarterback has to be able to think on the run.
So
and when I say that, I'm saying that as in he does not literally think on the run as he's running, but think on the run to the Super Bowl. What are we doing? What can I do? And there's a play last week where Baker checks out of one play to get to another play after the headset goes off to seal the game. Those are quarterback plays that we need.
Those are the things you can't teach either. You can't. Those are things that are just, I know exactly what you're talking about. Those are just instinctual quarterback things. And to your point about running the football, little stat for you, MJ, before you go. In the last 11 games, the Buccaneers have rushed for more than 100 yards while also not allowing 100 rushing yards. 11 games in a row, they've ran for more than 100 and allowed less than 100. That's critical. Go ahead, bro.
Very important. So you guys really should be defense attorneys for Tampa Bay. We the people. Y'all really are the people right now, because I was going to pick the Eagles only because for whatever reason, they just keep finding fantastic ways to pull it out. Pause. Like, I don't understand it. Like, I really don't. Los Angeles, y'all had them. Like, I don't know what y'all had them.
They did.
Like, and the way it happened, it was just like, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't seen a meltdown like that since like a high school football game.
Dude, that was bad.
What is going on? Like, can this team just not be losing? Can they just not be defeated? Like that. So it's hard for me to go against them, and it has nothing to do with football because certain stuff is just like, what is going on? Like, I actually don't like betting for or against or picking for or against teams who have fluky shit happen to them that causes the game to win or lose. And Philadelphia, at least this year, that's what it's looking like. They have this mystique about them this year that it's like you could play perfect, but somehow, some way, Jalen Hurts going to have the ball at the end on the 1 yard line. And we know what the play they gonna call.
You ain't know what play they gonna call. You ain't lying. You ain't not lying.
And you know what?
Give me the Bucks because I'm riding with the people. I'm riding with my team. I'm Fred Happen today, man. I will die for the people.
So go ahead, Jerry, before I make my last points.
So MJ, what you said is the exact reason why I'm picking the Bucks today. Because eventually the Tinkerbell's little pixie dust, eventually it runs out.
I thought it was going to happen to play.
In these type of situations, but you know what's crazy? Here's what's crazy. Good quarterbacks are the anti-pixie dust.
100%.
Matt just missed some throws last week.
He did.
That's the difference in the game, bro.
He did. He missed about 4 or 5 throws.
And you talk about, but the most critical throw that he missed was the throw that he missed late in the game to Devontae Adams that would have been a touchdown.
Killer.
So you talking about them not ever being in a situation where that field goal ever even happens. So for all of the things that happen, the thing that we can appreciate the most about the Bucks, and I'm gonna pass it to you after this, Mo.
Yeah, good.
Is Baker has played top 3 quarterback this year, and it's not really a question, or is it subject to be argument for it? He's played better than Lamar. He's played better than Patrick. It's really only maybe Josh. Maybe
Daniel Jones.
And Daniel Jones. I mean, but I'm still.
We just got to be honest. Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
No, you're right though. No, but you're right, Jerm. You're absolutely right. And so again, I haven't quite made my pick yet, but I knew who I was going to pick before this segment. All right, and I'm gonna make a couple points. One of the most glaring things that that I noticed when I was, doing my preparation, the Philadelphia Eagles allow, or is it they score? No, they allow 49 points in the first half, but they only allow 14 in the second half through the first 3 weeks of the season. Flip side, offensively last week, they only had like 34 yards passing in the first half and came out firing in the second. And Jalen Hurts called out the coaching staff. He said, we got to stop calling plays like we don't want to lose and go make and call plays like we want to win. And I want to tell you something about Jalen Hurts. The Philadelphia Eagles are 8 of 8 for 8 touchdowns in the red zone through the first 3 weeks of the season. So you have a quarterback that is more than capable. And to Jerm's point about Devontae Smith and the mismatches, the Buccaneers corners do not travel. So it is all on the offensive coordinator to put the right game plan where Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown are in positions where they can take advantages of their matchups. And it's going to be in the slot, and it's going to be Devontae Smith against Jamel Dean and A.J. Brown against Zion McCollum. Those are 2 mismatches. If they traveled and they flip them, they could neutralize some things, but they don't travel. Give me the Eagles. If Mike Evans was playing, I would have no doubt picking the Bucks. Without Mike Evans, it's going to be a little bit harder, and I think the Eagles are going to do just enough. Give me the Eagles.
And another thing to notice is Chris Godwin more than likely will be playing this game.
He is playing. Him and Tristan Wirfs are active.
I don't think this is going to be a game to put him in after that. But if he trusts his body, then I'm trusting the rookie to move into that. And Chris Godwin can compliment him, and the rookie now can look Mike Evans-esque in the scheme. Because remember, what made that scheme so special was what Chris Godwin was capable of doing to complement Mike Evans.
Exactly. I ain't even going to say nothing to it. Exactly. Only I will say his FanDuel over-under is 29 receiving yards. I would take the over. That's probably going to be the lowest you see any Chris Godwin line ever.
Hey, I just want to let y'all know I took the over.
All right. Page one done, baby. Let's
Nah.
keep it rolling. Let's keep
Yeah.
it rolling. Let's keep it rolling.
He
Go
cooking.
go some rapid fire until we get to the next game. Washington at Atlanta. No Terry McLaurin. No Jaden Daniels. The pass rush is going to be the number one factor in this game. 1.5 is the points. 45.5 is the over under. Believe it or not, I'm taking the Falcons. You lose 30-0. You gotta have some professional proud. No Terry McLaurin for Marcus Mariota. I think that's gonna be a bit of a problem. In no way am I comfortable with this pick. In no way. Because the Commanders are the better team. But 30-0, you're playing a backup quarterback. The Falcons should, keyword being should, win this game. I'm taking the Falcons. Fellas.
Can we?
My sentiments exactly. Go
Yeah.
ahead, MJ. Give me
No, I was just saying,
the Falcons.
can we give Carolina a little bit of credit though? A little.
Oh, no doubt.
Their defense really is like that. It was just a matter if Bryce Young can see over the offensive line. That was always the problem.
Listen, if any defensive coordinators or line coaches are watching, just go watch some Derek Brown film. Just go watch that man.
Yeah.
Just go watch what he does. Something just came across my Twitter. Bryce Young is 1-14 in his first career road starts. Lord have mercy.
Beautiful.
That's all right. Next on the docket, you got the Cleveland Browns versus the Detroit Lions. I know nobody's gonna believe me. I felt such an urge to pick the Browns money line last week. I cannot ignore my urge. I'm not taking them with the money line, but I am taking them with the points. 9.5 against this defense. I'm not buying that the Lions offense figured it out. Not yet. I need to see more from this particular unit, from this particular offensive play caller. This Browns defense, Germ, talk about it. It is 100% legit.
You want me to talk about it?
It's up to you. You can go. It's up, bro. I mean, where do you want to start? Where do you want to start? The obvious,
hold on.
The second obvious, or the third obvious?
Why when you asked Jerv that question, I immediately saw the Vince McMahon meme when he started crying, and he was just kind of just waving the camera.
See, here's the thing, right? We're gonna make this easy, right?
Go ahead, brother.
We said on draft day, on draft night, that the Mason Graham pick was probably the most safest, scariest pick that somebody could possibly make, because it put a guy who's known to get in the backfield with a guy who's known to get in the backfield. 1 + 1 was making 2.
The math.
So then we go exactly. So mathematically speaking, we went ahead and we added, right. So then they get an undrafted free agent named Aiden Hutchinson, who dominates on a defensive line in preseason, and he happens to be a part of this group. So then in the second round, we take a linebacker who all he did in college was tackle and make tackles.
That's it.
That's all he did. He ain't try to pick the ball off. Me versus you going down. That's what he did.
Mm-hmm.
He's a part of this unit as well, by the way.
Yes, he is. Great part of this unit.
Was named the player, the best defensive player, rookie defensive player in training camp. Bar none.
For a reason.
So you add those guys in the front seven that already has a lot of continuity because they play with each other for things like this. You sprinkle in some veteran guys and things like that. Myles Garrett is not only in his prime, but the game is so slow right now to Myles Garrett that he's dominating it at a level that we've only seen certain players dominated at.
Lawrence Taylor, J.J. Watt.
I was thinking of Lawrence Taylor where he just sacked Buddy and was like, bro, y'all got to do better than this.
Maybe probably Aaron Donald as well. No, but oh my God.
He was like, hey man, y'all got to do better.
Yeah. Like he literally told the coordinator, put somebody there. That's gangster. When you go tell the coordinator, yo, bring somebody else to block me, give him some help. That's gangster. Go ahead, though.
But with that being said, what do you do when that front seven is coming after you, and then the back end happens to be good too, and they got great continuity? And even though Denzel Ward isn't a top 5 corner in the league, he's probably top 7, top 10. And he can cover every type of receiver. Then on the opposite side of him, you got somebody bigger, more athletic, who can cover the bigger, more athletic guys. And then you still got other guys that you rotate around. You got a strong safety in Grant Delpit, who, say what you want to say about him,
bro,
has been fantastic covering tight end.
Love that player. Love that player.
It just, bro, I don't know, man. It's different talking about a defense that is legit on all levels. And then you turn around after that, and then you say the offense can't score, and the reason why the offense can't score is because you got Joe Flacco.
Look,
story
before. No, I've seen this story before. I've seen it back in 2001. I'm gonna see if that resonate with y'all.
Interesting.
I've seen this story before.
We need Mo Lewis to get out there.
Nah. I've seen this story.
Interesting.
Started a quarterback that couldn't get him in, and the team looked not that good only because the quarterback couldn't score. And then they went with Trent Dilfer, who was just able to just keep that offense on the field just a little bit longer, and maybe sneak in the end zone 1 or 2 times, which is all they needed. I've seen this story before.
Mm-hmm.
I am just begging and asking Cleveland, at what point do you pull a New York Giants? What are you waiting for?
What are you waiting for?
Joe Flacco, you know what he is. You know his ceiling. You just saw it the last 3 games.
Yes.
Is that going to get you in the playoffs? The answer is no. We know this already. So you got a defense like this, and you got a quarterback that you drafted that may be solid enough, and Gabriel, I don't know. And then you have a quarterback who is capable of being a star.
Mm-hmm.
Chilling on your bench.
Mm-hmm.
And you're 1-2 after beating arguably one of the best teams in the NFL just with your defense alone. What are we doing?
Dog.
So I got Cleveland losing, but it's going to be one of them 19-16 boys.
Yes. I completely agree with you.
Let me throw this in there as well, right? You know, we talk a lot about Detroit's 1-2 punch with their running game. Let's make sure you understand that Quinshon Judkins in 2 weeks is the number 1 rookie running back in his class. Number 1 already. He has already shown the league that he has the quick twitch ability in the hole to make you miss. Pause. He's also shown you that he is elite with his feet and being able to put his foot in the ground and get upfield. He has the explosiveness to make everybody miss. We're talking about Cleveland having a lot of pieces in place to make this a very, very good offense and just a very good team. The only thing that you're missing
is a quarterback.
Yeah, and notice this no bias. I said you drafted Dylan first. Put him in.
But MJ, here's the thing.
Dog, check this out. The Browns are 30th in points per game.
Of course they are.
Yet top of the league in margins of victory, or like the final score. What does that tell you? I'm not a mathematician, okay? What does that tell you? And here's another one. Half of their scrimmage yards have come from rookies.
Wow. So if what? All right. Double shut up.
So listen. That's Dylan Sampson, Quinshon Judkins, Isaiah Bond, and Hannon. I just named 4 players.
Yeah.
2 running backs, a tight end, and a receiver. So you mean to tell me, wait, but that's not even the funny part, Mo. They are one of the number 1 ranked defense, and they're starting a rookie defensive tackle whose win rate is higher than players who played in the league for the last 10 seasons.
This is what happens when you connect your chess pieces, where both rooks is in the back line, when the queen is aligned with the bishop. This is what it looked like. Because it's like, who you gonna block?
All right, so watch this. And I'm gonna say this, and then we're gonna move on. MJ, see MJ.
I knew you would catch that.
I'm just, there's levels.
Yeah.
But listen, the thing about this that's really irritating me more than anything else is after watching quarterback play yesterday in college football.
Oh no.
We said that this was a quarterback class that was getting ready to come out. This is quarterback ass. I'm tired of it. Take that CL off of that mug and quarterback ass. This is an ass group of quarterbacks that is not what y'all think it is. And the player sitting on your bench that you drafted in the 5th round is better than all of them. And if you want to argue with somebody, argue with your mama. I'm not arguing. I have no desire to argue any further. I have no desire to talk about it anymore. Just look at your wrists. Neck and wrists don't lie. Shout out to Pusha T.
Yes.
Hey, it's Ben time.
Listen, shout out to the comment section. That's what I was reading.
Yeah.
Big Shot says there's no reason not to play Dylan or Sanders. Cat 5 says you can't be blaming the quarterback position when you got three total of capable quarterbacks. So again, what's the point? Because you have a very rich quarterback class coming out probably the next 2 years. You got to find out if you have the quarterback in the building or if you still got to go drafting. So we all agree Lions win, but Browns cover.
Yeah, I think the 9.5 is crazy.
That's crazy. I agree.
Especially for a team where the quarterback relies on the play action game. I don't think Jameson's getting away from Denzel Ward like he's getting away from the Ravens secondary play.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you like this. I'm going to even make it even sweeter for y'all. I already told you the Lions was going to score 19, right? That 19 is going to come off defensive special teams. That 1-7 is going to come off defensive special teams.
You might be right.
I'm telling you about that.
Hey, Joe Flacco going to throw us a pick six. I'm telling you, bro. It's about to be.
Man.
Or a fumble or something. One of those things along the lines is going to happen.
We'll see. I think if you're Cleveland, you probably pass through 3 of the 5 Great Lakes to get to Detroit. So we'll hopefully they can channel some great energy from those lakes. Shout out to the Great Lakes. We you in the region, you know where they are at all times. Anyways, Carolina versus New England at home. New England at home coming off a very disappointing loss where they fumbled 5 times. Over-under is 43.5, plus 5.5 for the Panthers. Chuba Hubbard is active.
McMillan.
They're getting Rico Dowdle more involved. They're getting the rookie more involved. The Patriots, very uncharacteristic, are 3rd worst tackling team in the league. They got to fix that and fix that quick. Drake May has arrived. My parlays, I'm taking Drake May over 1.5 touchdowns. I'm taking Chuba Hubbard 60+ rushing yards if he's fully healthy. Hopefully he is. And I'm taking McMillan over 4 receptions and a touchdown. And give me the Patriots money line. I'm staying away from the points.
I need to take my boy Kayshon Boutte for that over on his yards, man, because he does throw Kayshon Boutte the ball.
He does. That's his favorite target so far.
With that being said, I'm childish. I don't care.
Hey, it's okay. We all like going to Booty.
Man, listen. May the booty. So at the end of the day, I do think New England wins this game pretty easily. I think defensively they get back to some good things and some fundamental things today. I think we get a scoop and score, a pick 6, and I think we get just a terrible game for the Panthers. I don't think you can do that 2 weeks in a row. So, we don't believe you. We need more people.
So I also think they got to capitalize by putting Booty on a backside formation. Go ahead, MJ.
I love it. So, give me a second. All right, my bad. So with that, New England was just really a byproduct of a tough schedule.
Yeah, it's true.
It had nothing to do with how good they were. In fact, what Drake May did against Pittsburgh lets me know that he's real.
Mm-hmm.
Like and it wasn't the fact. Yeah, he made turnovers or whatever.
They had 5 fumbles,
but that's what Pittsburgh do. They force turnovers. So what I like though is Drake May saw his read. He found the spot. He found the weakness, and he.
Facts.
Until you stop it, I'm staying here. That is a quarterback that is seeing the field. That is a quarterback that is trusting what he is seeing, and that is a quarterback that is not getting rattled by the names and the speed and all the stuff that's being thrown at him. That's what you want out of your quarterback. But like, yo, it's not good for fantasy people because, you know, if you had one of the wide receivers last game, you kind of like, And I'm pretty sure Booty is going to be the guy that they throw it to because it's going to be a lot of energy towards Hunter Henry. And you know what he's going to do? He's going to throw it to the open man.
Yeah, and Diggs is
so simple.
No, it's true. And Diggs is going to have no problem complimenting Booty. We know that. We see that in real life.
Right.
So we got to come off this because I'm gonna just keep going the form I'm in right now.
I know.
But no, MJ, you brought up a lot of great points, and I want people to focus on what you said about Drake May. Is that like when a quarterback, when what he starts to see on film, he can start translating it to what he sees on the field. That's part of the growth. That's part of the process. That's part of the next step. But we all agree Patriots money lines is anybody taking points or are we staying away from that? I'm staying away from it.
Carolina still has good defense and they're, you know,
yeah.
I leave Carolina alone as well. I just leave it.
The last thing I would hate to see is like it's the Patriots are up by 13. I took them to cover and the Panthers just score a garbage time touchdown. All of a sudden I lose. So I'm staying away from that.
Yeah.
Next on the docket. Yeah, facts. 100%. Colts at the Rams. Okay. There is so much we can get into this game. I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to give my prediction and we're going to move on to y'all. Matt Stafford took a very peculiar hit last week. And some of the inaccuracies presented themselves after that hit. I'm not saying I don't want to keep bringing this up, but it is honestly like right here. It is at my forefront when I'm watching these Rams games because he's 38 years old with back issues. We saw what it did to Tony Romo. So it is concerning. But he needs to have a much better game today. Much better. They have to rebound. Daniel Jones, I watched some more film on him. I'm telling y'all, forget that it's Daniel Jones. Just go watch the film and look at the play. Daniel Manning, shout out to Big Shot. This dude just looks different. His feet, where he has the ball, the arm, the throwing motion, the eyes, the way he's reading things is just different.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to say this. Out of all the quarterbacks that I've studied so far this year, he's been the best one. And it's not even close.
Yeah.
He is just doing remarkable things on the football field. And it starts with that offensive line. It so starts with that offensive line, that prime beef, and then you got Jonathan Taylor behind him, and the Vikings just made it a one-possession game. Oh, no, 24-14, so they still got life. It starts with that beef. It starts with Jonathan Taylor. All that being said, they got to go to L.A. today, Central Time to Western Time. A little bit of an adjustment, not too much. It's still going to be a 4 o'clock local. It's going to be like a 2 o'clock local start. It's fine. I'm taking the Colts with the points. The Rams to win. I think the Rams will win. But I'm taking the Colts. So 3.5, give me the Rams 27-24. Jerm?
I'm just going to make it easy and just take the Rams. Veteran quarterback, cover 2 shell, Tampa 2. I like my veteran quarterback.
I'm mad at it. MJ?
I'm a believer in the Colts.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I'm a believer. Not only am I a believer in the Colts, I am also a believer in the fact that what happened to the Rams last week, we cannot just think that is going to be, something that is we could just skate by and be like they're
Sure.
okay. They're not okay.
Which is very concerning if that's the case.
That a lot of stuff works on the mind. How do I know that the Rams start off quick? And Indianapolis, if you haven't noticed, they only punted once in 3 games. Indianapolis keep applying pressure, keep scoring, keep finding a way to put points on the board. And eventually, one turnover happened, and they're like, oh, here we go again. How do I know that's not going to happen? I don't. I do not know that. I can't guarantee that's going to happen. I'm looking at that Western. The NFC West is looking pretty tough. There ain't no easy victories. There ain't no easy wins. Out of all of the teams right now in the NFC West, who you think is the softest?
Cardinals. No, technically it's the Rams. Technically it's the Rams.
Normally I would say the Cardinals.
No, but technically it is the Rams. Technically it is the Rams.
So it's like...
Yeah. Unfortunately. Unfortunately. You're right. Technically it is the Rams.
So give me the Colts for that reason.
Okay, love it. Next on the docket, you got the Jaguars and the 49ers. Brock Purdy is back. I know they don't have Nick Bosa anymore, and that's going to be a problem, but it's going to be a problem because they don't have their closer. But that defense is still going to be just as good, in my opinion. They have great depth on both sides of the football. Mikael Williams is a superstar. Huff, as a pure pass rusher, is thriving. Yetur Gross-Matos is somebody who's very effective in the run game at setting the edge, and he's disruptive. So I still think the 49ers are going to be fine. They're getting healthier overall. I don't like anything in Jacksonville on the offensive. That's not true, actually. I just don't like the quarterback. I do not like the quarterback at all in Jacksonville. Give me the 49ers to win 3.5 points at home. They covering that. Give me the 49ers.
49ers.
MJ?
I'll go Niners, but I still just don't like all the injuries that keep popping up with them. I don't know what.
Yeah.
But I'll take the Niners.
I'm trying to get to my Caleb Williams film study so I can reference some things. Next on the docket, you got the Chicago Bears versus the Las Vegas Raiders. Colston Loveland is out in this game. DeAndre Swift, however, is playing. And so, fellas, the question is simply this. For Caleb Williams, we saw what he did last week against the Cowboys. Is he for real or is he for flash? I'm going to give you a take here. I think he's for flash, to be completely honest with you. Because I watched the film. I didn't watch the game. Obviously, I watched the game. I watched the film. The Dallas Cowboys secondary is atrocious. Is horrible. It is a mockery of what an NFL defense should look like. There were so many plays where more than one person was running wide open. I mean wide TF open. And y'all could fill in the blanks as to what TF means. So I cannot give him the credit on that. The 3 big plays that they had in the first half, cornerbacks, the one play was when the cornerback fell, Trayvon Diggs. The flea flicker, the secondary looked like the controller turned off. That's what the secondary looked like. Like they just kept walking forward like they were the walking dead. Had no idea, had no awareness as to what was actually happening. Dude was wide open. And then the third big play was a screen to DeAndre Swift. And shout out to Joe Tooney and those offensive linemen who got in front of him and made the way for him. In the second half, there was nothing too impressive. The thing about Caleb Williams is he flashes. And for flashy plays, he looks good. When he's on the run and he rips it, literally he's midair and just throwing it 50 yards downfield on a rope. That's impressive. When he's scrambling to his left and he's doing a little MJ fairway perfect and dumping it off to the running back, it looks good. But Quarterback play is not about flash. Quarterback play is about substance. It's
Uh-oh.
about doing the simple things correctly. And
Uh-oh.
there are a lot of things that he just doesn't do correctly. Poor feet, poor base. And the number one thing, the number one concern for me, he is not an accurate passer.
Mm.
And you cannot coach that. You
Mm.
cannot teach that. You cannot scheme that.
Mm.
He is just not an accurate passer. I'm going to stay patient because of how young he is.
And
But
this
as of right now, the verdict on Caleb Williams is he is just not that guy. And that's concerning. Go ahead, MJ.
So I'm going to go on the flip side and talk about the Raiders, a quarterback that for whatever reason we just do not talk about enough. But every time we look up, this man is putting up numbers. Geno Smith.
Mm-hmm.
What I love about Geno Smith, when did he figure it out? Around year 6, year 7, like just bounce around.
Yeah.
And then everything just finally just came to him.
Mm-hmm.
Caleb Williams should be looking at Geno Smith and saying, this is what happens when you keep putting your head down and you keep grinding. Eventually it will happen for you. But everything that you just said, you could describe as Geno Smith. He came in with style. He is now of substance.
100%. 100%. Play action, simple throws, intermediate accuracy, short accuracy, 100%. All improved.
Can throw it all over the field, make you cover every blade of grass as well. Love throwing it to his exes.
Yes.
I would never throw it to my exes. You heard that, wife. I would never throw it to
hey.
But love throwing it, outside of the seams, which is the hardest throw to make for any quarterback in the NFL because gaps close that quickly. This is what people should be studying more of. Everybody is looking for the next Brady. Not going to happen.
Not going to happen.
It's not going to happen. But what you can do is you can become a really solid quarterback that just do all of the small things well, make all of the throws that you need to make, read defenses, and put your team in a situation to where you can be able to call the best play for the best success rate. Whether it happens or not, that's football. And then just constantly just keep moving forward and just doing the small things better and better and better each week.
Yes.
That's it.
And again, so Big Shot said Geno Smith is a black Kirk Cousins. Well, Caleb Williams can fall right in line with that because, again, he has all the tools. Yep. And I will argue, and I'm sure I'm not going to get any resistance, that out of all these quarterbacks that we've talked about, all these quarterbacks who had sort of this, whether it's resurgence or late bloom, I don't think any of them are quite as athletic or with an arm as strong as Caleb.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm going to stay patient.
Yeah.
But just looking at it right now, I'm not a believer. And I believe last week was more about flash against a secondary that just has no clue how to defend NFL offenses whatsoever.
And I look at mannerisms too with Caleb. I didn't want to point this out, but I had to.
Did you hear
his reaction when he did something good? It was he celebrated like it was a championship,
which is a good thing and a bad thing. You know what I mean? It's a good thing and a bad thing.
And for me, if the bar is Super Bowl championship, it was almost like you were surprised that you made that throw.
That's the concerning part. Like the nice part is, okay, I like that you care.
Great. That's awesome.
The bad part is, wait, why are you so, or did you just surprise yourself? Did you not believe you were capable of this?
And I could be looking at it too deep. I could be. I apologize.
Go ahead. Sorry.
For a man that paints his nails, I'm just adding all of the equation. That's all. Go ahead, Jerm.
Jerm, maybe Caleb doesn't need Rajah Gould. Maybe he needs Bane. Go ahead, brother.
Definitely do.
He has defeated him. College wins, bro. He's won doing these things that he's doing in college. So it
Mm.
translates to the NFL, and
Mm.
you don't win that way in this league, bro. You just don't. Superheroes and the vigilantes, listen, being a vigilant person, is not how you're gonna get the Super Bowl gold. It's just how it goes. So what my recommendation for him is to go back to the basics and the fundamentals, to be
Yeah.
honest. Besides that, I ain't got nothing to say. It's just nothing nice, nothing positive.
But I'm trying to listen to you and watch what's happening on the TV with Rogers and Tomlin and all that. This is something very interesting to discuss. Anyways, um, but Germ, it's funny because you're absolutely right. Like I brought up that Bain thing just to be funny, but you're right. He thinks what he worked in college can work in the NFL, and that's just not the case. I'm taking the Raiders money line. MJ.
I'm taking the Raiders only because that's the only way going the Bears are gonna win when I bet against them.
Damn.
You know who I'm taking. I'm not. And it's not the Bears.
I want the Bears to win, so I got to bet against them.
Oh my God, this is
This
hilarious.
is
Yeah.
the
All
team
right.
that's on behalf of Chicago. You guys are welcome. You see my background. I just want y'all to do better. That's all.
Oh God. All right. We got two more games and one more segment. We're gonna try and wrap it up as quickly as possible. Baltimore Ravens versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Calvin Noy, he practiced on Friday, but the left tackle, fullback, and Matabuke are questionable. Matabuke is now on IR. Saying a quick prayer to him because at this point, this neck injury seems like it's bigger than football. And forget about getting back to the football field. I just hope he can get back to the fact where it's functioning. And I'm listen. We talk football, we talk about these incredible athletes, and sometimes we are critical of these athletes because that is what this beautiful sport and this that sports. But it does not take away, even when we are critical, it in no way represents the level of respect that we have for these professional athletes.
Absolutely.
Well, no matter what happens, if once his neck gets back to fully functioning, if he decides I've made enough money, I want to live a life of quality, I will not only applaud him, I will drive down 95 and go to the retirement ceremony in Baltimore because
Love it.
you do what you got to do for yourself. And
Yeah.
when it comes to necks, hey, we take no chances. Okay. Baltimore, fellas, is 25th in the league in yards per play on defense. The Chiefs are actually quite efficient when they want to be, and they get Xavier Worthy back. Hey, Germ, business is picking up. This is not prisoner of the moment. This is me watching film and looking at certain things. Give me the Chiefs. Give me the Chiefs to win.
I just can't pick, pick against them. I can't do it. I can't do it myself right now.
Big shot. I know you listening. Dog. They probably going to end up back in the Super Bowl.
I know.
Like, I'm sorry.
That's crazy.
That's probably where we're going.
Like,
Get ahead.
just like I stated, you can't have a gunslinger with a great defense. But what happens when you have an elite quarterback with a solid defense?
It's a problem.
It's a match made in heaven.
And it's not even just elite. It's GOAT tier.
Yeah, and I know my defense they'll bend, but they won't break. I know my defense will keep you to 3 points. It's only a matter of time.
Dude.
It's just a matter of time. Like, and I'm seeing how he's running. I don't condone it, but I understand. What Pat Mahomes is doing, how he running and he finishing the runoff, I don't condone it, but I understand. That's his way of staying with dominance. I am willing to do whatever it takes to win this. And I am in the shape now. I had time. that Super Bowl woke me up. Maybe it was getting too easy for me. Maybe I was taking it for granted, and Philly woke me up. Now I'm here.
Listen,
he's playing like that. Like if
dog.
I have to run 300 yards a game to win this game, that's what we're going to do. And I know we're 1-2 right now, but
Who cares?
Nobody cares.
Who cares?
Because
Who cares?
A long haul.
Exactly. Now the thing is this game matters more to Baltimore because of everything you just said, MJ. It matters more to Baltimore because if KC goes to 1-3, I'm not going to bat an eye. They're not going to flinch.
Exactly.
But if
because they have a division that they can easily take. You can afford to do so much when your quarterback is elite and you have a team that is battle tested.
Mm-hmm. But Germ, what does that say? Because you're saying even if the Chiefs fall to 1-3, they can still win their division. What does that say? Because they play in a much tougher division than Baltimore. Y'all can fill in the blanks on that one as to what we're trying to say. All right. Again, this isn't even to shade anybody.
No.
Mahomes is just different.
Yeah.
He's just different. He not like when he not like us in a whole different way than what the song was saying.
But
in a whole different, we not like him.
Let me say this right. Remember what I said a few weeks ago on air. I said he is the ultimate winner in today's game.
Yes.
The man had a backwards pass that somebody picked up that he stripped and took back. That would have been a touchdown had he not made that play. That's called I will do whatever it takes to get this done.
Yes.
Period.
Point blank. End of story. I really need some points here because I took the over. I didn't pick a winner. I just took the over. And it's over is 40.5, and it's 38 points right now. Kick the field goal.
Don't worry, you get it.
Okay.
So now I need Rodgers. I need Rodgers to go ahead and give me 15 yards.
Okay. Well, they still need to get a first down in order to win this game. So let's see what happens. I'm taking the Chiefs. Germ's taking the Chiefs. MJ?
I'm taking Baltimore because they're desperate.
Right. And that's really the one reason why I wanted to take Baltimore. But all right, next on the docket, we're going to wrap this up. You got the Green Bay Packers at the Dallas Cowboys in Jerry World. And it is Jerry's World, and we all just living in it. That's just the truth. 1 month ago, exactly, Micah Parsons was traded. Micah Parsons is now back. But hear ye, we are going to start the trial of Dak Prescott. And it is not going to be concluded today, but I would like to present some things to the jury as evidence. All right. The case is Dak Prescott guilty of fraud? I'm gonna let the peers decide. This is, you can't see it, but this is a full page of me logging Dak Prescott plays. Okay. And I'm going to tell you the notes I made in the margins of what I saw. Terrible anticipation. Anticipation needs to be better. Not trusting protection, premature throw. Play had potential, premature throw. Play had potential, bad anticipation. Play had potential, not seeing the field. Whole half of the width of the field to play with. Premature check down, 2 yards. Premature check down, 3 yards. No quarterback vision. Dak Prescott has a lot of issues, and he has been getting away with it because he puts up numbers. He has been getting away with it because your favorite next-gen analytic metric is telling you that he's putting up numbers. And he is putting up numbers. He certainly is. He's got terrible anticipation. He doesn't see the field entirely well. And by the end of this trial, we're going to leave it here because I got more to show. I know I put out some videos. By the end of the trial, I will prove to the jury that Dak Prescott is an adolescent at quarterback because everything he does is premature.
So
Fellas,
that's a bar. So
thank you.
let me go ahead and say this. Big Shot Ryan compared Geno Smith to Kirk Cousins in the chat. Shout out to him. He's been giving some good game. I actually will disagree and say Dak Prescott is Kirk Cousins. Geno Smith has showed me he can get stats and win games. Dak Prescott has not. Cousins.
That's just real. That's just real. That's just real.
So, but in order to understand Dak Prescott, you got to understand the Dallas Cowboys. Who was the quarterback before him?
Tony Romo.
As good as Tony Romo is, what was he known for? Getting a lot of stats. What? Do you want me to really get biblical with y'all today? Do I need to bring out the Bible?
Hey, it's a Sunday and Trav didn't go, so you might have to.
Same premise. Prior to that, who was the quarterback? Drew Bledsoe.
Drew Bledsoe.
What did he do at Dallas?
Hey, and then before that, it was Vinny Testaverde. Shout out to
What did
Les.
he do at Dallas? So,
And I don't even know who it was after Troy Aikman. I can't remember.
So, Dallas having a lineage of quarterbacks that wants to throw the ball, get a lot of stats, that's not leading to any substance. Whose fault is that?
Somebody who just wants to get sealed.
Interesting. So I'm gonna take him off the hot seat, and I'm about to put the other coach on the hot seat.
That's fine.
So with all of that being stated, I still think Dallas has a chance to win this game. You want to know why? Because you have a coach that is not going to let Jordan Love throw 42 times against this weak secondary. He's going to throw 30 times, and they're going to run right into Dallas's strength. And they're going to hang around. As good as Green Bay is, they're going to score 21 points in the first quarter, and they're going to probably end up with 27. That's the problem with Green Bay. That's the problem with their system. And I'm speaking a little bit more passionately because I got Jordan Love as my quarterback.
Yes, I hear you. I understand fully.
A little bit more
understand fully.
I do got Drake May too, so I'm not starving. But the fact that I see a Matthew Golden who can stretch the field 80 yards easily. The fact that you have not one, not two, not three, but 4 different weapons in your flex receiver and your tight end that is going to benefit off of Matthew Golden stretching the hell out this field.
Absolutely.
You have the best running back who can catch the ball, stretch it, screen, and run in between the tackles right behind you. And you guys can't score consistently?
They can't do what?
You can't score consistently? It's blasphemy.
Talk that dog.
No, I couldn't agree with you more. And to that point, that's why I got Matthew Golden 40+ receiving yards, and Josh Jacobs for anytime touchdown pass. And Jeremy, before you get going, like the problem for the Cowboys is not necessarily their defensive line. Like, believe it or not, they're actually pretty efficient when it comes to their win rate, that defensive line. The problem is they're not getting good pursuit and good tackling support from the linebackers, and they're not getting good coverage or non-coverage. That's a non-insured defense of the Dallas Cowboys because they got no coverage.
Green Bay, you're not a Super Bowl team until you're sure you could put up 45 points comfortably. How about that?
That's not gonna happen today because they're still injured and whatnot. But they should put up 30 against this defense regardless. I don't care if they don't got Watson. I don't care if they don't got Reed. They should put up 30 against this defense regardless.
I'm just gonna make it real easy. Green Bay, you're the better team. You are in a situation where you have to do what better teams do. You have to come out and you have to win. That's it. Give me Green Bay.
6.5. Anybody taking that?
I will take it still. But once again, I'm not picking Dallas to win. I am picking the game to be more of a hang around than it needs to be. And then they'll pull away in the fourth quarter.
So again, like some of the things I'm looking at defensively, we talk a lot about match pattern and all that stuff. They don't do match patterns. They play straight up basic zone coverage. Malik Hooker, he is constantly out of position. Reddy Stewart, he ain't ready at all, Chief. And another thing for me is that like they're just, I don't know, man.
Who's
Watching
the
that
defensive
film,
coordinator?
Matt Eberfluzzi.
All right.
Anyways, I'm taking the Packers money line and I'm staying away from that. But the over-under is 47.5. That's interesting as well. Staying away from all of that. I'm staying away from this game, period, because there's enough emotions where it could go one way or another. But logistically speaking, the Packers should win and cover.
Look,
Go ahead, MJ. Give us your final thoughts on that game, and then just throw away anything you want to throw away.
I'm just gonna say this: I ain't putting money on it because on money it says "In God we trust," and I don't trust neither of these teams.
Oh my God, yo, Jerm. Let's get into the parlays real quick. I got 6 games that I think are worthy of putting a bet on. Okay, I'm taking the Tennessee Titans plus 7.5, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers plus 6.5, the 49ers minus 3.5, how much is that? Is that 4? How much did I just give?
Yeah,
Lord have mercy. Okay. And then I'm taking Falcons money line, and I'm taking Chargers minus 6.5.
All right. So I'm not picking any wins and losses this season. I mean, this week. No, and not one loss. I don't trust any of it. But if you just haven't called the 1-800 gambling because you have an addiction and you ain't admitted it yet, you're still in your denial stage, I'll still give you something. I'm going Browns and Lions with under. I'm going Colts and Rams with over. I'm going Ravens and Chiefs with over. I'm going Bills and Saints with over. I'm going Chargers and Giants with over. And I'm going Titans and Texas with under.
Love it. I love it. Germ, so true. Anything you want to add? Some things I'll throw at you, Germ. I took Matthew Golden plus 40 yards. I took Roma Dunze 45 plus. I took Jacoby Myers 45 plus. I took Hunter Henry 45 plus. And I took Travis Kelce 40 plus. And I took Jake Ferguson for 6 catches as well. That's some of the things I took. Nick Chubb 40 plus yards. Trey Henderson 45 plus yards. You liking any? I mean, you got plenty of matchups, and anything in particularly that you picking as like, yeah, these two gonna hit.
The only thing that I got going right now is I got an in-game parlay right now for this game right here, in which
don't tell me nothing because I'm behind. I'm way behind, so don't give me no spoilers.
If Aaron Rodgers can throw for 15 more yards, I win on this one. But I got a lot of stuff or whatever the case is that's already transpired in that game. I mean, I got a bunch of bets in for the day, so I don't really have much to disclose.
Beautiful.
You know, we recommend live betting too, people.
Yes, definitely.
And don't get greedy when you live bet.
No, definitely not. Shout out to everybody in the comment section, man. We appreciate the love. We appreciate the support. Enjoy these games, man. We got great games in all 4 windows today. Cannot wait. We will see y'all tomorrow night where we will not be covering the Monday Night Football games. Take us home, True.